whatever trade that we wanted to go to, we had to go to the trade that we were most simply efficient, right? And what we did good. So, manufacturing or machine tool operations is the program that I work in at Milwaukee Area Technical Office downtown. So I entered into the machine tool operations program. I had great instructors, graduated 92, got out of it for a little bit of a stint. I kind of went into marketing, went to WCTC, wasn't feeling it, and it was a commute. I'm staying on Lisbon, I'm like, let me just go around the corner to MKE.
Yeah.
So, in the midst of going to Tech, we had a program that is called Dual Enrollment Now. Okay, at the time it wasn't. We just, we're in the trade, right? We're, taking this thing, seriously. So I went to MATC and I got introduced to Mr. Ken Tatum. Rest in peace.
Yes.
Great man.
Mm-hmm.
Great man. Stayed around the corner from him. He was in manufacturing. I loved the man worked at. What he stood for. He had a Rottweiler. I went to go get a Rottweiler. So, just to let you know the kind of influence, he had on. So, I enrolled into automatic screw machine operation and setup, which is a 1-year diploma program at MATC. I met some great instructors, Tom Wilson. Ms. Francine Triplett was my counselor. Dorothy Walker was associate dean when I was a student there. So graduated the program, and then I got involved into academic support. So I started teaching in the trade or tutoring, assisting, because there was nobody assisting us outside of class, right? So went into academic support, started tutoring in the trades. Really started enjoying this, so I enrolled into the automatic screw machine. The computerized machine technician program, which was an associate's. As I got jobs, my first job was before I graduated out of high school. 95, mechanical industry. You asked about what you need, basically, if you have the practical skills, like Mr. Rainey was saying, right? Math, reading out, interpreting, engineering, the blueprint reading, machine trace math, that's all practical stuff, right? That's learning by doing, right? So, I graduated from that program, and I got offered an apprenticeship at Monarch Corporation, 76 in Mill Road by Popeyes. My journeyman was Torsten Hahn, who just got to the States in like 6 months. So just to let you know kind of like the universal skill set that manufacturing has, it's very, very applicable to different states, different countries for that matter, right? It's a grind. Apprenticeship is 8,320 hours.
8,000.
That's 1 day a week, getting your related instructions, and then 4 days a week on the job training, right? But the beauty about it is you don't got to fight for your money.
Yeah, okay.
No check, boom, got your raise. So I got my apprenticeship. It was a grind. Ended up retiring from harness figure. It's called Kumatsu now. I made the gears for the shovels, for the mining shovels that's causing global warming now. So once that happened, then I started like really enjoying teaching. So I was tutoring for about 12 years part-time and working in the industry, full-time, which really helped, brought some practical knowledge to the classroom. So then, Jalal Nuruddin was one of my instructors. at MATC as well. So I got hired in the machine tool operations program down at MATC. We have 3 pathways. It's manufacturing, construction, and transportation. I'm part of the manufacturing. So part of my play in terms of this industry is making sure that we continue to showcase these skill sets that are, I think, very, very essential for the growth of our community. So I started learning how, my goal is to learn how to be an instructional designer. And that is to write curriculums. So I can write curriculums in the neighborhood and bring it to our community. So part of my mission down at the college is to continue to, I would say, expose MATC downtown, so that we can continue to utilize the resources that we have now, and to make sure that we're aware of the resources that we have there. So in terms of sustainability, I've been doing this since I was 18.
Yes.
We don't work hard. He drinks. I just been talking. So, but it's the quickest way to the middle class, and I think
like
that's
that.
what that has to stay in our forefront is the middle class, right? Especially where we are now. So I think that me getting invited here, which is definitely an honor to just kind of disseminate this information. To be a resource and put a name to a face, right?
Yes.
So when I'm downtown, you guys come downtown, I'm in T140, right? Technical and Applied Science building. It's called Al Hervey Center. I do not have a problem giving you guys a tour of the downtown facility, maybe connecting with advisors like yourself, right? Come in here, just kind of help me in terms of making the connections in the community, right? So again, I'm a journeyman machinist with the emphasis of CNC, which is computerized numerical control. Okay. And well, a lot of the industries that we work with, agriculture, glass, medical, defense, mining, automobile, like we had a saying that harness figure, if it's not grown, it's mine. Right? Which means that you can't do nothing without the machines, aerospace. Like you said, the numbers are real. I go to a company, I'm the only one. So I want to continue to, I think, increase my value so that I can, help the young folks. I teach manual setup machines like lathes and mills, and I got a lot of young folks, a lot of young brothers, and I see that having that exposure for them is really kind of like starting to like an aha moment. Like, man, where this come from?
Yes,
right?
yes.
And to make the learning to teaching fun, right? I think that to me kind of helps get these new boys, they there. I'd be like, I hope they don't come today.
Wait, stop, Myra. That's a big deal, yeah.
Because they do it, and that's why I do what I do. James Cameron was one of my instructors at a big step. It was on 4th Street. Rashad is my tutor. So a lot of the applicable and practical skills that I think Big Step and WRTP bring is very essential for these young men to grow. So if there's anything that I can do, to help you in this process, let me know. So that's kind of like who I am in a nutshell. Any questions?
Well, you know, I have a comment before we go further. Ira, he didn't share all of this.
Who that is?
Just Chantel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? Stop, you know. But I would just want to first say, Ira, he's also a Milwaukee Trade and Technical High School graduate. You know, how this movement started, what we're doing today, is because of our movement with Milwaukee Tech. We all went to Milwaukee Tech. We're all graduates of Milwaukee Tech, too. And actually, just a little side piece, the lady that's hosting the wine tasting, I just found out she's Mrs. Meyer's daughter. So she was our typing teacher. The gentleman that's going to be speaking tonight, Mr. McHenry, actually, this is one of our class of 1993 graduates. Cheeks, we type Cheek is Turner. He's a commander, big deal in the Air Force. And we're doing something for Black female veterans next month as well. But he recommended us to his nephew here, who's going to be talking about his journey, which is very powerful for his age. We're going to talk about that. But I just want to say, Ira, he's a graduate. He's a leader in what we're doing here. We do appreciate you. But one of my questions is, I know we talk about how we all started our journey through high school and being very young. Let's say, you know, we're someone of our age. I see electricians, things of that nature are needed, plumbers. How can someone my age or our age get into this industry? And what would you recommend if they go for the first step if they don't have the funds for even a technical degree or for a certification?
So we do have like programs like
Let me get the mic a little so I can.
like the Dakota Scholarship, for example.
Dakota?
Dakota,
okay.
Scholarship. We have the Adult Promise Program.
Okay.
We have the youth program. I can't remember the name, but the Promise Program, just for the youth, and the Adult Promise Program. So I would suggest like basically getting in contact with, you know, resources like that, you know, asking questions, maybe even coming up and contacting a counselor for whatever career choice that you're trying to get into, right? You know, just build a little, I would say, aggressive.
Yes, or even just persistent, or not even aggressive, but persistent. Yeah, being persistent. Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
You know, being aggressive.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Just being patient, but being consistent. You know what I mean? So I would suggest that, and WRTP mix.
Yeah. Yes.
We have like a lot, and just communication all together, right? Like,
Coming to Mindful Mondays, MKE. Come here. Yeah, come here. Okay.
and, you know, having guest speakers come in and just kind of talking about what it is that you want to do. So I think communication, you know, is the biggest component in terms of like really trying to follow your passion.
Exactly.
Because that's what it's really about. You know, follow your passion, and it's just kind of connecting the dots.
Exactly. And you did mention that you're giving tours. I know we're going to wrap up here, but you did mention you're giving tours. Could you just give us the contact information? How if somebody wanted to come down and get a tour, how would they get in contact with you to schedule that tour to come down to MATC and see what you're doing there?
Well, I can give you my email.
Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. And I'll put in the comments as well.
Okay, so it's Smith, SMITH, I as in Ira, D as in David, at matc.edu. And then you can also call me at 414-297-7298.
That's a big deal.
Message, and I can get into the right, contact people like Career Hub, or, just a counselor, just set you up, some type of contact person, and then we can just go from there.
Sounds good. Thank you, Ira, so much. We appreciate it. We have another question.
Can I bring my middle school students, 8th graders?
Oh, yeah, can you bring them? How many? I'm sure we could work something out. I'm sure we could work something out. Just to, collaborate and just, stay connected.
Comment on how to get, if you're an adult and you want to get a trade. So if you want to get into construction trades, so if you want to do construction trades, the best place, I think, besides WRTP, Tony's not going to yell at me, but go to the local union. So there's a laborers union if you want to get into construction, the plumbers, the electricians, and then, you go through their pre-apprenticeship, And I'm not clear on that because I was in manufacturing and I worked in union industry. But they're always trying to fill slots for apprentices, right? So you go to call local unions that are construction trades, right? If you are working in manufacturing, there's an inside track, right? So in the job postings, so you might be working in a factory and you're driving a forklift, but they have a tool room or electricians or plumbers that work in the plant. Then you can apply internally, and they have opportunities. Some are based on seniority. Some have a point system. So if you go to school, you acquire so many points, and whoever has the most points gets the job. But those are a couple of ways. So if you already are in a manufacturing facility, they do have opportunities like internally. So
Thank you so much.
Yeah, they have to offer so construction, like local, you see them right on Burleigh, for manufacturing, for apprenticeship, it's a contract between you, the state, and the employer. And the employer, for at least machining and manufacturing, they have to offer that apprenticeship. It's a little bit different from construction. Yeah, so all machining companies don't offer apprenticeship. You have to say, hey, you offer an apprenticeship, like you have to ask that.
Are they paid? Are they paid apprenticeship? Let's say you're an adult, that's just, like, are they free apprenticeships like you would think, like an internship? Are these paid apprenticeships?
These are all paid.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
Okay.
they're paid apprenticeships.
So like pre-apprenticeship is a training when you get prepped to get into the field.
Okay.
Once you get an apprenticeship, it's paid training. Like I was saying, you get a raise every 6 months, basically.
Yeah, whatever the hours are.
Okay.
Right. So, and then youth apprenticeship. So I did at Bradley Tech. I basically recruited my students for machining, and they were in the youth apprenticeship already. They just needed a journeyman to solidify their hours. So the youth apprenticeship hours are like 680 hours off of the 8,320 hours. That's the beauty of the youth apprenticeship, is it just segues right in there.
Okay.
And they stay at that company.
And you're getting paid.
It's like college prep.
Yeah.
You get credit
Okay.
for classes.
Yeah.
But you get credit for work.
Right.
In the apprenticeship.
Okay, that makes
Right.
sense.
In the
Right.
youth apprenticeship, they get paid for that.
They get paid for that. Yeah, they get.
Thanks to Big Step. Okay, that's a beautiful program.
When you talk about like work and education, that's what we call individualized technical studies. Okay, and
HES.
that gets added as well. That's how I got my journeyman's card and my associate's degree, because they took my education and they took what I was working on, and they say, okay, boom, you didn't super exceeded them hours. So
That's a big deal.
Certain salaries for the apprenticeship.
apprenticeship, well, it depends. So I'm the journeyman, tool and die. Tool and die might be $40
Right now,
depending
it's
on the
20
state.
In Wisconsin, the average today is $26 to $32.
Yeah,
And for starting, that's
For
good. Yeah.
yeah,
Probably those are more likely union jobs
yeah.
and registered apprentices.
Yeah, because there's a difference between registered apprenticeship and training program. Right.
They'll
So
call them apprenticeship.
Yeah.
It's a training program.
training program, you're automatically, you're at the state, like this is all signatures, right? Like Karen, she was the director before she passed away. So the training program is something that the company is doing specifically for their purpose. Yeah. Yes, sir.
How does a small business have an apprenticeship program tied to you? Like a small business that wants to have its students have an apprenticeship with you guys. How do they go about
And we're going to talk about that with Daniel as well. I believe you're going to touch on that too. So we are going to talk about that as well.
it? Wants to get his students
Yeah.
Yeah.
how do they link up with his business as to the education?
We're going to have him discuss that.
Because I took an apprenticeship program as a barber.
Yeah.
And the salon basically put the had to go through the apprenticeship
Yes.
program.
Right.
So how do you forge that relationship as a small business trying to get your students or your employees
Yeah.
certified?
Yeah, he got registered as a
With the
as a
state.
business as an apprenticeship site.
Mm.
Yes, he has to register as an apprenticeship site with the state of Wisconsin. This is a company I was working with was doing that same thing, but they have to have so many journeymen as well, right? So for every one journeyman, it's like you can have, I think, what was it, like maybe 5, 6 apprentices, something like that. Yeah. So he has to register with the state, and then once he does that, then he has to find some journeymen, right? That's one to solidify the learning and teaching.
Thank you so much, Ira. Yeah, we'll have you here all night. This is great. Thank you so much, Ira. We do appreciate you.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Ira, once again. I see you writing notes. Come on. All right. And you have to. And I think that one of the beautiful things that we talked about is communication. That this place, and we're all here because of communication, because of networking, because of we went to school with somebody, or we saw somebody drinking coffee, or somebody had a Rottweiler, listen. But get out there and ask. Get out there and introduce yourself to people. Get out there and talk to people. All it takes is that one moment, and that one moment may change your life. And you are probably in a room with a lot of people who can change your life, So, talk, enjoy yourself. We're going to take a brief break and everything. Enjoy the artwork. And for some of the artwork, we have A. Dallas in the house. We have, this is one of her pieces, and a lot of this artwork is around the gallery, and it is absolutely beautiful. One thing that is beautiful about art is when you get to talk to the artist and get more of a context of the art. So please definitely take those moments, compliment her on her art. Once again, get some wine. We're going to have some beautiful music, but we are going to take a brief break, and we will be back with Daniel to talk about some more trades things.
They can buy some jewelry for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Buy some jewelry for her.
Most definitely. All right, y'all enjoy yourselves.
We shall be right back.